All right. It's your boy Astro. How y'all doing today? It's a beautiful day indeed. It's a beautiful. I want to say a very happy Mother's Day to all the mothers that are around. I want to say a very happy Mother's Day to my mom herself, as you know. I just spent some time with her, just chilling out, eating some food and talking. Yeah, because that's moments, even those small things count with your parents and your mother that at least. And I want to say, secondly, happy Mother's Day to all mothers of my kids, the mothers of my children. I a happy, beautiful Mother's Day to you, and for those of extension of those who have kids or don't have kids, happy Mother's Day to you guys. It's a beautiful day, and it's a day that we celebrate the women who sacrifice their lives, their bodies to bring forth these children, these beautiful children, you know, these souls. I would say vessels for these souls to experience the human experience. And we truly appreciate you for being that vessel. And we appreciate you. Now, I want to say that this live is really about you. For those who've been, following me for so long, and who have long anticipated me coming back to the United States of America and going about doing past life regressions again. This is for you. It's been long waited. I've waited about 3 years, and now an opportunity is here for me to do the exact same thing that I do with you guys all the time, which is quantum healing, past life regression. For those who are new to me, if you've never seen me or know exactly what it is that I do, I am qualified as a clinical hypnotherapist and also as an astrologer. It isn't what defines me, but it's what I'm qualified as. Um, and I specialize in past life regressions. I've done over 12,200 to this day. 12,200 something up to this day. And it's just a beautiful experience to be able to do all of these regressions with you guys and to other people around the world. And to be, notably, called one of the best that do it. I don't call myself the best, but the people that have, done it with me and have seen me done it called me the best. And I truly appreciate that. I want to train the best. I want to bring people into doing this the way that I do, or even better. And that's why I open my training to people, because that's what real leaders do. They make themselves as unnecessary as possible. All right. You know, there's always people who die with their $1 million idea and never really pass on because the people that to be don't want them to be billionaires, so they don't want that idea to exist. So they get rid of them. And just clearly agreed. I wanted to be the one or the first or the only. Right. But for you guys, I want to create so many of them, you guys as quantum healers and battle regressionists, that they can't stop it. They'll have to hurt, harm, kill a million people. You know what I said? That's what I'm thinking about. Because there's a wave of understanding oneself beyond the physical body, and powers to be don't want you sometimes to understand that you are more than just your physical body. They want you to think that all you are is this meat suit. And that's what I'm not about. I'm not about that. I'm here on this earth to set a trend for the community at large. You know, y'all are behind. The white people have been doing this for a very long time. Right? They have past life regressionists and been going focusing on the particular area we are behind. And now we're able to set our own and say, yeah, I do believe I live a past life, because my child is coming out saying stuff that I couldn't believe. I came out saying stuff that I didn't understand. And that's a beautiful thing. Okay. That's a beautiful thing. I want to mention about the tour as it pertains to the opening of the books tomorrow at 12:40. You have to be there at 12:40, because there are hundreds of people, hundreds of persons who are literally waiting by their phone or their laptop until tomorrow. Like they literally have their my website opened up. How do we know? Who said $40? I never said anything about $40. So passive aggression is the same as quantum healing. Only thing is that quantum healing is focused on healing that past wound. So anyway, like I was saying earlier, there are people who are waiting on my website. I did, when you could take a look and see, and they're waiting there until tomorrow. Have it open. So I want to say this to you guys, that if you don't take it serious, there are people who are taking it seriously, and there are only 30 slots per state. 30 slots per state. Me and my management team, my admin team, the calculation is that only 30 spots per state. That's it. Okay, that's it. You got to be on top of it. You have to be on top of it in order for you to get your slot, your space, in this during the 16 states. So you have to be really, really on point. Now, on the website, it's going to give you an opportunity to look and choose the state that you're in. You're going to see you can't say that you missed and booked the wrong site. We know you're lying. We know you're lying if you say, I booked the wrong place. Sorry, can you make me and push me into this state? We already know that that's not true. We already know that's not true, because we already fixed it to where it's going to put your state that you're in, the city, and it's going to show that 4 times before confirming. So you cannot lie and say, I missed it. Can you push me into Atlanta because I missed and put the wrong thing in? That will not fly with me. My admin team already know what it was to experience that 3 years ago. They're not going through it again. So make sure that you can read. I know you can. That's why you're here now. All right. So that's another thing that has to be taken into consideration. Book your own state. If you do not book your own state, you will have, and you book another state, you will have to fly or travel to that state to secure your state. I mean your spot, your slot. It is a half down. Half down. The price is $450. It is half down, and a half down is to secure your spot. The other half will be requested a week before your session. Then you will be getting the location. You will not get a location months in advance. I'm not trying to get killed, robbed, none of that stuff. Plotted on. My security is very, very important. So you will not get a space. Do not ask me, Astrid, can you send me the location so I can? No, I'm not giving it to you. I am not going to jeopardize my safety or my security. All right. So do not ask for the location until a week before. You're going to get an email to you. The location, the time, you get to choose the times. Now there are time slots. The time slots are 10 a.m., 12 a.m., 12 p.m., 2 p.m., then it's a break, then it's 6, 8, 10, 6, 8, 10. So it's like 6 slots a day, and there's a lunch in between. So, so that's about maybe 6 slots each day, the most. Back in the day, I did 7 and 8. So now I'm wilding out and doing 10, having 6 hours sleep. Not doing that this time. All right. So you will get an opportunity to book one of the hours. Is even numbers. Okay. Like I said, it's half down. If you do the maths, that's 225. Half down. And then the other half Upon being requested, when you've sent that, you will get the location. Only time you get the location is then. Do not be emailing, oh, when is the location? This is a scam. No, I've done 3 tours in the States. Ain't nobody got scammed. So make sure that you know that you're not getting the location until a week before the session. Another thing that you need to know is you need to hemisync. I may be really great at my job. What I'm not great at is taking away your control issues. I am not the best at taking away your control issues. The only way that somebody who has control issues can go under is if they release control. And that's mostly almost never. You have to put in your own work to release control. Now, I'm going to give you the tools to release the control. There are a few things you can do. One is called a blindfold method. A blindfold method. And this method means that you assign one person to blindfold you for 24 hours. This person is responsible for leading you, feeding you, clothing you, bathing you, if so be it. But you have to release all control of oneself. I know it sounds scary to some of you, and that's because you probably got extreme control issues. You see, in order to go into spirit world, in order to go into your own superconscious mind, one has to release control. Okay. There was a saying in the Bible when it asks, Yeshua ben Joseph, how does one, go to heaven? And he said, one must become a child again. How can one see the graces of heaven? Because in those times, Yeshua ben Joseph was doing past life regressions as well. He was doing the exact same thing. And he was giving in metaphor what it was. But this kind of information is taken away from the religious books. Because why? It takes away their power. But either which way. So you literally got to release control, become a child again. All right? That's what has to happen. And you got to be able to trust that person. Make sure that that person will not violate you or take advantage of you, because it will send you deeper into mistrust and untrustworthiness. All right. So you have to trust that person to let go, release. Because some people like to use the excuse, well, my spirit is too strong. I can't be hypnotized. No, you got control issues. Let's tell it how it is. And not saying that's almost always your fault, because sometimes it's not your fault. You could have experienced something traumatic, and this could be simple as getting your heart broken by somebody. That's right. It could be as simple as having your parents die or you going into an accident. This can trigger the flight or fight mechanism that sometimes in some women stay on after a traumatic experience. And that is because of the emotionalism that's you're genetically hardwired to be. And with that said, that means that your more focus is on the past more so than the present and the future. This is why more women are more nostalgic than men, the majority of them, not all. Okay? So I'm not speaking for all men and all women. And in that fight or flight mechanism, when that is tripped up, that means that you are in a constant state of either fight or flight. All right? Which means that if you're in flight, that means that your body is never, ever normal. Some of you guys probably have to take sleeping pills. You may have insomnia, depression. All of these are controlled illnesses. They deal with control mechanisms. And not much doctors or psychologists really talk about it, because to some degree, the more you are prescribed the more anxiety you have, the more you have insomnia and mental illnesses, the better it is for them. This is just how it is. But I'm giving you the formula to removing that fight or flight mechanism. There is another indication of that fight or flight mechanism being tripped up and you not knowing is if you are a female, you can find yourself, no matter how much times you have penetrational sex with a male energy, you never have a penetrational orgasm. That is another indication or indicator that your fight or flight mechanism has been tripped up by something that happened to you when you were younger. All right. And there are about maybe 55, 60% of women who are either on this platform or on Earth itself who do not experience penetrational orgasm because of the fight or flight mechanism that was tripped up and stayed in that position of on. This is why some of you, believe it or not, even y'all who experience that heightened pleasure of ecstasy, may have to do it under control situations, meaning being tied up, being taped or gagged or BDSM, is because of that fight or flight mechanism being staying stuck on. And the only way you can release anything is by feeling as if you have to surrender. This is, I'm telling you. So the blindfold method not only helps you to release control, which is ultimately the reason why you cannot experience penetrational orgasm. It also, like I said, helps you to be able to go into past lives, into your own subconscious mind, to delve deeper than this physical realm that we live in. And like I said before, you are not necessarily the blame for that. But if you have this information that I'm giving you, and you're not applying the methods that I'm telling you is best, then you are now the blame. Now, for those who have overthinking, because that's another control mechanism, but it's not necessarily associated with the blindfold method, because you basically, it takes care of all four. I'm gonna tell you why the blindfold method also helps that, is because you cannot think into the future or the past when you're blindfolded. You literally have to think about the next step that you're taking when walking. You got to think about how you feel. You got to listen to the words that are being said and being focused on what is being said. That way your mind doesn't go anywhere left or right. It helps you to trust, helps you to release control, helps you to overthink, and it helps you to follow instructions subconsciously. That's right. Because what you're going to feel is if that person is leading you and they lift your hand up, this will somehow tell you to lift your foot up higher. And that's a subconscious instruction. All right. And there are 4 areas that I test before carrying you into a state of hypnosis. I test you for control issues, trust issues, overthinking, and the ability to follow instructions subconsciously. The blindfold method will have you to release all of those controls and be able to flow with it. Now, that does not determine how clear you see. What determines how clear you see is the synchronization of your left brain and your right brain. This is where hemi-sync comes into play. You are going upon booking your session, you are going to get videos, a video link of hemi-sync. You are going to listen with headphones or AirPods in your ears, not out in the open. Not I played it on my television. I was just laying down there and it's gonna work. That does not work like that. You literally got to put this on, or earbuds, and the hemi-sync synchronizes the left and right brain by a vibratory sensory sound. And it goes like this. And it synchronizes your left and your right brain. I'm going to give you another instructions with that. Do not think because you put it on while sleeping that it works. Do not sleep with the hemisync on. You are defeating the purpose. The hemisync has to be on when you are conscious, when you are awake, when you are doing something. If you got work, then put on your earbuds and have it and listen to it whilst you work. But I would suggest listening to it for a week. All right? I can't supply mushrooms. That possibly the only thing that's going to take your control issues and synchronize your left and right brain. That's the only, other than that, I am not responsible for that. I am not going to put that in the clause. I am not instructing you to do that. You do that on your own. But if you're looking to synchronize your left and right brain so you can be able to see clearly and feel clearly and transcend this physical body, the hemisync, at least 30 minutes a day, at least. You can listen for an hour. Jeez, the longer, the better. 30 minutes each day for at least a week. You heard that? I said it again. For at least a week. All right? Will have you to be so clear. Even your dreams by yourself before doing a past life regression or quantum healing is going to be super, super clear. These are tools that you are going to need to use before getting into the session with me. Telling you, I've done over 12,000 of these. I'm speaking to you from experience. I don't want some of you control issue people who do not take my advice to come inside my chair, lay down inside my lounge chair and say, I don't see shit, Astra. You cannot believe if you don't believe. You cannot see if you don't believe. And that's the misconception about past life regressions or quantum healing that I must dispel for you. You see, you cannot see nothing without believing. And your higher self is always talking to you. It's always giving you instructions. But you guys have so much things going on in your head, you don't hear it. It's clouded with just left brain stuff, overthinking. You think that overthinking benefits you a lot. No, it kills your brain cells. At some point, dementia could be where you're led to. Another thing is, you have to, like I said before, a week in advance. Please. There is a no refund on that. If you do not follow the protocol, you're not going to waste my time. That could have been somebody else doing a session. I am not wasting my time with you. I'm not. I'm going to send you home and I'm going to say, okay, you got a credit for the next time I come around, but that credit is half price. You still got to pay that extra balance again, because I'm not doing it. You could have taken the time, because everybody talking about they're on this spiritual journey, but don't want to put into work. So many people I watch and they be like, I'm on a spiritual journey. No, you're not. Or maybe you are. But this is an ultimate thing. It is something that has you to get in touch with yourself, for you to know that you are more than just this meat suit. So I think I would put this on the top layer of what I need to do. Okay? All right? So those are the instructions. The books will be open tomorrow at 12:40 sharp. 12:40 p.m. sharp Eastern Standard Time. The books, I'm saying again, the books will be open at 12:40. That's the 13th of May, 2024, tomorrow at 12:40 Eastern Standard Time, not a minute less, not a minute after. 12:40 exactly. And they asked the question, the book's open for what? For my quantum healing tour. I'll be going to 16 different states, offering sessions for a price. Past life regression, quantum healing sessions. This will be the 4th tour that I would have done. And it is going to be, as you can see, there's a long awaited line. I haven't done it in 3 years. And there are people, like I said, on my website right now, have their laptop cut on to my website. When I looked at the algorithm and I looked at who's on, I was like, these people are on waiting. So you need to be ready. I'm going to make a post on Facebook. I'm going to make a post on YouTube. I'm going to make a post on Instagram as well. So that you guys, even going to make a post on Twitter. You can follow me on X if you so feel the need. Tomorrow, 12:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 12:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. All right. There are a few states that is on. I'm going to share with you where they are. You're going to take a look. And that close. The states are, give me a second. Let me pull it up. Gonna put it up so y'all can be able to take a look at the tour. See what's going on. Give me a second. I'll be downloading a lot of stuff. All right, so let me share it with you so you can be able to take a look at where I will be around that time. All right, so this is the tour. We start off in Tampa on June 24th to June 28th. Atlanta's next after that. That's July 1st to July 5th. Raleigh, North Carolina. Then after that is Richmond, Virginia. Then Washington, D.C. Philadelphia will be next after that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then after Philadelphia, it will be New York. After New York, take a little bit of a break. And then is Columbus, Ohio. Then Detroit, Michigan. Then Chicago, Illinois. Then Jefferson City, Missouri. Nashville, Tennessee. New Orleans. Houston, Texas. Las Vegas, Nevada. And then last but not least, San Francisco, California. All right. That's the tour. All right. All of that will be placed on the website. In order to get to the website is astro-einstein.com. To book, it will be on astro-einstein.com. The quantum healing sessions are $450. $450. And I got an approach by somebody said, that's a little costly. I said, yes. As you type on your $1,000 phone that a session that can help you to heal your wounds is cost less than the phone that you're talking to me on. Makes a whole lot of sense. The location won't be set until you book, and it's a week before. So yeah, when people be like, well, we have to pay the whole deposit ahead of time. Well, in order for you to get the location, because I'm not jeopardizing. When you buy a ticket, you don't buy a ticket half. You buy a ticket whole, and hoping that you make that flight. You don't buy a concert ticket and say, hey, listen, can I pay half? And then when he starts singing, can I pay the other half, please? I don't want to miss out, and I don't want to pay this money, and I don't get as much songs as I possibly can. All right. So yeah, you pay half, secure your spot, and a week before, when you pay your last half, you get the location. That's just how it works. People are like, do I have to pay the whole thing? God damn it, this ain't layaway. This ain't layaway. You don't go to the doctor and say, doctor, listen, I gotta get this surgery. Can I pay you? Yeah, can I pay you half of this? And then, after I get the surgery, I can pay you the rest. No, you probably do that, and some of y'all take 20 years, 30 years to pay it off. Makes no sense to me. This is $450. Some of you guys' laptops, some of your shoes, some of your bags that you carry around on your shoulder that you put on the dirt, on the ground, that carry nothing but makeup, some baby wipes, lipstick, and a little bit of deodorant sits in. I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear, it's so much. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. Absolutely not. You ain't selling me a dream. All right. Moon Gold 44 X, these are one-on-one sessions, right? Yes, they are one-on-one sessions. All right. So I don't want to hear none of that stuff. I don't want to hear, oh, it's too pricey. Absolutely not. As you put on your $225 AirPods and type on your $1,500 to $1,200 phone, telling me that something that benefits your soul should not be that much. I'm not charging your arm and leg. Last time I charged $700. This is actually a discount. I charged $700 because my crew, I couldn't compete with them. I didn't want to. If I was on the tour and they was on the tour, nobody would choose them. I had to raise my prices, but I brought it down again for you guys. Mocha Love asks, can I be present for my sister's session if mine is after hers, vice versa? Well, only if y'all come in the same time. No, that's no problem. But if your presence subconsciously makes her not go deep, then I'm gonna have to kick you out, either one of you. But I could do two at the same time, give you the test at the same time, and then you actually just do your session. I do it all the time. I do group sessions and even. But it's just that, I want you to be as clear as possible. All right. And Leah Arnold said, if I chose a contact, let me start putting these questions up because y'all got some good questions. All right. She asked where in Raleigh. I give you that information. I said I'm protecting I have to protect my security, so I can't really give you exactly in Raleigh right now. Another question: do we have to pay the whole deposit ahead of time? The whole deposit, which is $225, will be tomorrow. Okay. Myra Bell said, well worth it. Healing is priceless. The other question by Leah Arnold is, if I choose contact with a past on ancestor, does that come with quantum healing or are they separate? Well, that's an additional $100. That's a $550 session. So if you chose to do it, it's no problem. All right. The Renee asks, okay, so the whole amount is $450, but we pay half tomorrow. The answer to that is yes. There's another question. Or can I pay you in food stamps? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I am not a government subsidiary. All right. Absolutely not. All right. I have time. I got to hemi sync more. My dreams are very vivid. Like I'm trying to tell myself something, but I can't remember when I wake up. I believe you. Definitely believe you. Astro, when is the next live natal chart reading? I'm going to do one possibly on Wednesday. Mocha said, me and my sister Kelly will be in there. The question is, these are one-on-one sessions, right? And the answer is definitely yes. All right, let's see what else. So, is it a requirement to stream our session on YouTube? Okay, so that's another thing. Thank you, Bridget. You are amazing for asking this question. Okay, glad you say it. So, these sessions will be recorded. You are going to get, before booking, it's going to be in writing before you click. It's going to say it has to be recorded, not live. We're going to give you the option because I'm not just going to be doing lives. I'm going to be doing a documentary series on YouTube, on Rumble. Yeah, I'm also going to be creating my own, to some degree, network. So yeah, this is good. This is getting real. And it will give you the opportunity, if you want to be a part of that documentary series, to give consent to being a part of that documentary series. That means that you volunteer your experience for documentation. All right. And this documentation doesn't necessarily just mean, documenting, we're just putting it out there. What we are going to do as a team, I'm hiring my admins and my people who work for me. We are going to do massive research on people. Let's just say, if it is a fragment, that means that's somebody who's living on this earth at the same time as you in places. We are going to do massive research to locate those people. If there is somebody in the past that existed, we are going to take our research team and we are going to search to where that person is or where they lived or if they existed. We're going to give you information about them, things that you may have given us during a session. But that's only if you sign the waiver of being a part of the documentary series. Other than that, you got to do your own research. But for those who get that consent, we are going to just go. Yeah. And if you want us to do research on that, on our research, you are going to pay for our time. That'll be extra than the $450. But if you give consent to, being live, or not live, it's not really live. You're going to be watching like episodes. So it's going to be episodes. The only person who will get live sessions is my membership. The ones who you see names are in green. And they won't get all the lives, they'll just get some. what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop it up and we're going to do a series. But only the people who are members will be able to watch the lives. Everybody will be watching the documentary series. All of you guys who follow me. Yeah, all of you. But only the ones who are in the green, who are members, will be able to watch them live. So it's going to be a beautiful thing. So it's not a requirement to stream our session live. You can be as private as you want if that's what you desire. So the question is, what do we get with the session exactly? You get a quantum healing past life regression. You also get your natal report. I'm also going to throw in a forecast for the year. All right. With the so the other question is, right, but will I get both if I choose to contact an ancestor? Yeah. Yeah, you get both. You get both. There's only one session. It flows through. That's just me adding in that experience at the same session. All right. So that was your secret. All right. The good thing is that I love watching the sessions. I can't wait for the documentary. Thank you very much, Diana. Hey, y'all something else. Love you guys. Hey, what's happening, Miss Perk? How you doing? And thank you, Mitch. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're getting deep on this, and we're not just doing regressions. We're doing documentaries. We're doing research and documentary. Now, there are going to be instances where some of you go into past lives where you lived on other planets. It's pretty hard to do documentary on somebody been living on another planet as an alien. You get what I'm saying? So I won't be able to do documentaries on those. But if there's some scrub of history, just a little script of history, then we'll try to look for it. But that'll be probably really hard to do. And I said, yeah, I'm down for that. You're well past due. I wish more people knew about you. I try to share it with people in my community who need the healing. So I always say that I'm here for the older souls. All right. I'm here for you guys who are in transition from one soul age to the next. So obviously they say, wow, how do I apply? Well, you know, how it is that yeah, those positions are probably already taken up. We're gonna see how we work it out. We're gonna see how good you do in my class. We're gonna see. Shamika Duncan said, what if we just wish to meet you and gift you something while you're in our city? Oh, that's really, really nice of you. I don't mind. We could do that. I could schedule one of my off days. I only have one off day, maybe to do that if I'm in this state. Yeah. Hey Bougie, what's going on? I'm good. I'm good. Good to see you. All right. Valerie, I'm sure say I can't wait to have a past life regression done. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Bougie is Bougie is a listen. I used to Bougie could tell you I'd send people. There was only used to be three tower readers I would suggest, and Bougie was definitely one of those people who I would suggest as a tower reader. All right. All right. So Nay asks, will we benefit from doing multiple sessions? And yes, you do. Yes, you do. The more you open up, the more you become clairvoyant, clairsentient. All these gifts become even more prevalent. Leah Arnold says, put me on the documentary. I want to be televised. Oh. I need to know if I came from Mars for real. All right. All right. Last, so I got on the website and I saw no session. Then I got on and saw it. Got on today and saw nothing. It's making me nervous. Now, the we were doing work fixing the website, but that doesn't mean that it's supposed to be open for you guys to book before time. It is not for you to book before time. Those books and those sessions will be open at 12:40 exactly. That's when it's going to be opened. So there is no booking before, no booking after. All right. It's definitely like you got to be on point. Tell your friends if you got somebody who wants to be doing a session and they don't want to wait until next year, then have them on because I won't be doing another tour until the following year. So, oh, also I want to say this as well. We're also looking to put together to do a big shebang at the end of the tour, which is like a retreat. We're going to be offering a small retreat. That's right. A very beautiful retreat as I employ some of the best and amazing people who are very gifted at their skills. So we're looking to do a big retreat in October, the end of October. And then we also have training. All right. We also have training that's going to be done in the United States. I know some of y'all have been long waited to be able to do this modality. We are dropping any interview process and we're saying, come do your training. That's all we're saying. All right. Will the next tour be in the States as well? Yeah. I think I'm long overdue that. The only place I haven't gone that I was supposed to is Africa. That fell through. But as you can see, been to Europe, been to Asia, doing sessions, been to Canada, United States, haven't been to South America or Africa as yet doing it. But those are two places I'm definitely going to go. And Australia. So Africa, Australia, and South America are the three continents that I have not done it on. So, but I'm definitely going to go there. We're just going to have to spread our wings a little wider, All right. So, all right, guys. So, any other questions you may have, I'm here. I'm free for you to ask. This is what I'm here for. So you can answer any question. Also, on the terms of belief. On the terms of belief, you have to believe in order to see, not see in order to believe. You cannot close your eyes and say, "Let me. I gotta see if I want to believe." You won't see anything. Like I said, your higher self is continuously talking to you, giving you information. And if you doubt what your higher self says, how in the world do you expect for it to materialize as something that is visual? The left and the right brain have to work together to some degree. But the right brain has to be a little more dominant because your left brain is more dominant now. So you have to believe whatever information is coming to your mind because it's really truly your higher self giving you that information. You have to trust it. You have to believe it. But if you use too much of your left brain of questioning, analyzing, thinking, overthinking, I don't know, maybe I made this up in my head. Maybe I don't know if that was right. I don't know. You are going to not see anything. So if you're thinking about coming to my session and overthinking yourself or doubting what your higher self is telling you, you won't see anything. Believing does not come after seeing. Seeing comes after believing. That's right. You see this microphone right here? The person who made this microphone didn't see this microphone first. They had an image in their mind. They had to create it in their head. They had to think about it. They had to believe that they could make it. And it's right here. So you can see it. The only way you can see it is because the person who made it had to believe in it. So belief does not come by seeing. You don't see to believe. You believe in order to see. There's many other these other questions that are here. Um, will the next tour be in the States? I think I answered that. As a person who had a past life regression, let me just say, at Astro is the truth. And information is amazing that your higher self brings forth. I recommend 100%. He did mine, and it's on his YouTube. Thank you very much, Bougie. I truly appreciate the endorsement. I appreciate that. Thank you. How would you do blindfold method? Or when would you need to do that before the session? I would say that you need to find somebody that you can trust. Definitely. I won't be able to do any blindfold method with you guys. Don't try to employ me to do it. I am not going to feed you, clothe you, bathe you, shower you. You got to do that before you reach anywhere close to me. Find a loved one, somebody you trust. It's not going to be Astro Einstein that does it for you. So you have to literally trust a person for 24 hours, and you could do it more than once so you can become more open and more childlike to some degree of trusting them to guide you while you are blindfolded completely 24 hours. You cannot tell them what to do or where to carry you. You literally got to become a baby again. Okay. So the next question is, will the US training be in person or virtual or both? I'm trying to make it more so in person, but if I could extend to virtual, that's just as good as well. If I could do both. All right. My great granddad Charlie came through. That Bougie did my reading. It was awesome. Okay. All right. Thank y'all for let me see. Another question. And is it risky for you to do a regression on someone with schizophrenia? I would say this. And you'll have to message me privately about that. I don't want to talk about that on social media. That is something that needs to be discussed in private. Another Diana Williams said, I had a synastry reading with Astro, and boy, was he on point, manifesting a past life regression. Thank you very much, Miss Williams. All right. Okay, y'all. Well, since we have no more questions about the session or about the tour, you got all the information. 12:40 p.m. Oh, Leah Arnold. Yes, just say who you are on YouTube. Just message me, and you can message me on, and you can follow me, guys who will not follow me on um, Astro Einstein Quantum Healer. That's my business one, and my personal one. Yeah, that's my business one. Astro Einstein Quantum Healer. Just take a look at that. All right. Thank y'all very much. Truly appreciate you guys. Like I said, 12:40 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time. Do not miss it. You missed it, you dissed it, and you get unlisted because there won't be any space. And I can't take on. I won't take my. If I have to sacrifice my free day, then the price doubles. Because I don't work on. Then you got to be paying because ain't nobody got time for that. All right. And the place to book these sessions is astro-einstein.com. Astro-Einstein. Let me type it in here. All right. That's where you be able to see it. 12:40 p.m. Anyway, that's my internet acting up. They're trying to shut me off, so I'm going to shut myself off, guys. Thank you very much. It's been almost an hour, me explaining to you what to expect. I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. Good night.